So Dolittle is projected to be a big, massive box office failure for Universal. The second in a row. Of course, Universal is going to have success with 1917. That there was no question in the success in that movie. But Dolittle is Universal's next $100 million flop. It just seems that Universal continues on losing because they made Cats and they paid the price for that, for making a movie that literally no one wanted to see. And Dolittle, it's a movie they're really trying to sell you that Robert Downey Jr. is in the movie. It's Robert Downey Jr. So you might say that must be a great movie. Well, the critics didn't like it, people didn't like it, and no one's going to go see this movie. Okay, it's already beat Cats, of course. Well, considering that, the other movie was Cats, and, it's just more proof that names just do not sell movies, okay? If you see the sales for this movie, it's just not doing that good, okay? It's not doing that good, okay? It's doing bad. And this movie has a bigger budget than Alita Battle Angel actually at the box office. This movie had a bigger budget than Alita Battle Angel, okay? It had a $175 million budget, and we can even compare it to Alita Battle Angel right here, okay? A movie that you guys written off as a big box office failure, okay? Alita Battle Angel has a $170 million budget. Yeah, $170 million budget. It's actually $200 million, but got tax breaks and got fed, got tax breaks in Texas, which is where the movie was made. So it was reduced down to $170 million. The actual budget was $200 million, but it got some funding from Texas, the Texas local government, for several other movies to reduce the budget down to $170 million. So yes, the total cost of the movie was around $170 million. Okay, so $170 million took to make a real Battle Angel. Okay, and if we do, Fox said this movie needed $350 million to break even. $350 million, which means the movie didn't make around $452 million. At least it didn't lose much money at all. If it was box office, if it did lose money, it would have been a very, very, very small loss. But Dolittle is just a big, big failure. Okay, no one is going to go see Dolittle. Okay, this movie is a box office disaster. Okay, on Monday it grossed $6 million. It's actually ahead of Alita Battle Angel on the same day, but it only grossed $6 million. It's at $28 million, which actually surpassed Alita Battle Angel's weekend numbers. Okay, weekend numbers of Alita Battle Angel were the same as the first 4 days of Dolittle's box office. Okay, it only opened to $21 million, and this movie is just we don't know the legs of this movie yet because there are 2 weekends with no other releases. But the other movie it came out against was Bad Boys for Life, which was a much bigger movie, and is trending higher than Dolittle, and is actually only number 4 trending on even on the numbers. Okay, Dolittle is just a massive box office failure. No one's going out to go see, and it's just more proof, just like of Cats, and just like of A Wrinkle in Time a year before then, that names do not sell movies, okay? A Wrinkle in Time had Oprah Winfrey in it, and Disney thought it was going to be a massive success just because it had Oprah Winfrey in it. Well, that didn't work, okay? You know, it's the story that sells the movie. You have to it's the advertising that sells the movie, not the name, okay? Some movies are basically sold off names, okay? Christopher Nolan, his movies are basically sold off his name, okay? You know, but we just have a popular actor in our movie. It means our movie's gonna gross $1 billion. No, that's not how it works, okay? If your movie sucks, it's not gonna do well, okay? And compare it to several movies last year, okay? Several movies last year, Godzilla, another movie that came out last year, Godzilla King of the Monsters, okay? Here as well, it's doing worse than Godzilla King of the Monsters as well. So here is it'll probably have ratings for a kids movie, typical, PG movie, but first of all, did really anyone want another Doolittle movie, okay? It's not like they already have like 5 or 6 Doolittle movies, okay? 5 or 6 Doolittle movies already. And this movie is, and now we have the total budget for this movie. So we about Angel Card needed $360 million, $350 million break even. And Total Dark Fate, lost around $120 million off, making $270 million budget. So, And Tony Dark Fate needed $400 million break even off of $185 million budget. So in between those two extremes is probably Dolittle, which is probably around $370 to $380 million to break even. And the movie will end up losing around $150 million at the end. Will pass like a 200 million domestic worldwide, but it'll still be losing around 150 to $170 million budget. Losing that much money, and even people like me are not interested in it because I like movies about talking animals and stuff. It's pretty funny. But this movie is just gonna be a box office bust, a box office disaster. So, what we can learn from this: that names alone do not sell movies. Names alone do not make tickets come out. It's really the story and really the advertising and how people want to perceive what they want to see. Okay, you know, Dolittle is another box office bust. It is the second major box office bomb of this year. Oh, you wanna know what the first major one was? Oh, don't worry. That was Underwater with Kristen Stewart in it, one of the worst actresses of all time. Oh yeah, you want to be reminded that movie existed? Well, yeah. Underwater was the first big box office failure of the year, and no one wants to see Kristen Stewart somehow acting in any movie. So that movie was already dead on arrival, considering it had Kristen Stewart in it. But Dolittle is proof that names alone do not sell movies. Just like Cats and Dust Like, of course, everyone's least favorite movie of 2018, A Wrinkle in Time. So, Dolittle, you get out of here. Your movie sucks. It's just a box office failure of epic proportions.